Hey gang, Jim Jacobus here with Keller Williams Southwest Real Estate. This is our very first Rockstar Real Estate Agent interview, and how appropriate we'd have a Rockstar Real Estate Agent in Sarah Steele. What a great name, by the way, Sarah.
Thank you, Jim.
Glad to have you guys with us. Looking
you.
forward to our time together. Sarah, we want to do a couple things. One is share a little bit about your background and how you got here, kind of where you're at today and where you're going with everything. So tell us, how did you get into real estate? I mean, what made you want to come do this?
Okay, well, about 5 years ago, I had a teenage son at the time, and I had just had my twin daughters and graduated from college and thought, what's next? And I happened to come across an ad that I saw for a Keller Williams career night and thought, what the heck, let me just try it out and see what's going on with this. And I went to the career night, and it was being taught by a top producer, and she happened to pull me aside and asked me to join her team. I had no idea that that was going to be the start of my real estate career. That's for sure. I had no idea. And it kind of went from there. I stayed on the team, learned a lot of things while I was on the team, and decided to branch out on my own about a year ago,
Right.
and am currently starting my own team.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So let me get this right. Teenage son, which is a full-time job, twin babies at
Yes.
home, and you decide to add real estate to the mix.
Yes.
So you don't take the easy path.
No, that's for sure. I've never taken the easy path in life. It's just my mantra. I'm always up for a good challenge, that's for sure.
Okay, so when you're on the team, were you acting as a buyer's agent? What was your responsibility there? What were you doing?
Well, on the team that I was on, we didn't have set roles, so I kind of worked
Okay.
on as a listing agent and buyer's agent. More so buyers, but I also worked with listings as well.
Okay, all right.
So I got a little bit of experience with both.
All right, so for some of our folks that are listening out there, what was it that made you decide it was time to go out and do your own thing? What made you feel that way?
I feel that I had learned as much as I could from the team.
Okay.
I always knew going onto the team that it was my goal was to start my own team.
Okay.
And like I said, I learned a tremendous amount of information, but then I was thinking, what's next?
Right.
I decided to keep on learning. I'm learning based. I always have to keep my mind going and learning new things, and it was a time to do that.
Okay. So do me a favor. I know there's going to be a lot of agents out there listening. Some have been very experienced and some are very new. What have been some of the struggles that you've gone through, and what have been some of the things maybe you've learned from those things? What have been the toughest part for you?
Well, coming from a team, I was used to having the support roles there, the transaction coordinators, the listing manager. So when you start off on your own, it's just you again. So you kind of have to take on all those roles
Right.
and kind of reacquaint yourself with taking on those positions as well. So that's been a little bit of a challenge, but I'm really excited now because I'm going to be hiring my first assistant here pretty soon. So I'm really excited about that part of it.
Okay, so another kind of a step in your career is to begin to build a team.
Yes.
Where are you at with that? What's your next step, and how did you feel like you were ready to do that?
I actually felt like I was ready about 6 months ago, but we have that thing called fear, and it's kind of set me back a little bit. No excuses though, but I'm ready. I want to start out 2016 with a bang, and I feel like this is going to help me get in that mindset for 2016.
Okay, so you're going to roll through this next quarter, get somebody on board, really set
Yes.
yourself up to have a great year next
Yes.
year.
Mm-hmm.
What are your goals for next year?
Let's see. Some of my goals for next year to be the top agent in this office.
Okay. Notice served to all of you out there. By the way, I have no doubt you're going to do that. So give me an idea, what's your plan? How do you plan on doing that? How do you build your business? Do you do listings? Do you do open houses? How do you build your business?
Since I came off the team and had more experience with buyers, I have probably about 50-50 with buyers
Okay.
and sellers. My goal is to take on more listings because that's obviously where we know that the leverage is at. So my goal is to take on more listings. I'm taking Bold next month, which
Awesome.
I'm really excited about. I haven't taken Bold before.
Awesome.
And just getting in that mindset of listings and working with sellers more so.
Okay, what makes you feel like you're ready for Bold?
Gosh, I'm just excited to start a new class and learn new
Okay.
things and be around other people who are looking to do the same thing.
All right, so this is very self-serving. As a productivity coach, responsible for all that education, why is education so important to you?
Oh gosh, where do we get without education? You have to have education. You have to constantly be learning to keep up with what's going on in not only the real estate world, but everywhere. I feel that you get stagnant if you're not learning and constantly educating yourself.
Okay. All right, so here's the tough question, all right?
Okay.
You're very driven. I know that. We visited a lot. You're very focused. You're very clear about where you want to go. Why? What's your why? What's the deal that pushes you, that drives you, that keeps you energized?
Definitely my kids. I always want to be a good role model for my children, and my husband is a great support and my best friend, actually. But my kids, I want to teach them never to settle, always go after what you want and what you love. And I feel like if they don't see that from myself or my husband, where are they going to get that from?
Right.
I think we're the main source of that, and I want them to grow up to be successful business people, and have that background for them.
What are yours? What's your son's name? What are your little girls' names?
I've got 2 sons. Austin is 20. The twins are girls, and they are 6.5, and their names are Cameron and Taylor. And Ashton is my baby. He's 2.5. And so that gives me my four
awesome.
whys.
That's awesome. Four great whys there. And by the way, what better to want to make sure you're a great role model for your kids.
Absolutely.
And to show them where to go. So, Sarah, I can't tell you how much we appreciate it. If somebody's out there right now and they're struggling, maybe they've got a business going and they're trying to go to the next level, maybe they're brand new and everything, what's maybe one word you'd share with them, or one encouragement or tip that you would have for them today that they could walk away and say, hey, I'm going to go do this?
Perseverance. Never give up. Never give up on your passion. Never let anybody tell you that you can't do something, and if they do, use that as a positive to continue doing what you do and to prove them wrong. Don't ever let anybody stop you.
Awesome. Well, hey gang, first again, thanks for joining us for this very first Keller Williams Southwest Rockstar Real Estate Agent interview with Sarah Steele.
Yep.
Sarah, great job.
Thank you.